Okay, we're going to do a website review of Magdalena's. That would be Magdalena's Texas or tx.com. And we're just going to do a quick review of the homepage of the website through the lens of StoryBrand. And we're actually going to go through somewhat of a checklist of what are the things that you must have on the homepage of your website. Subpages, all the additional pages can be a separate conversation, but we definitely want to go through the homepage of the website. So we're going to start from the very top. First thing, the logo is really cool. Love it. However, I would probably do something about this text right here. I think it says catering and events, but it's really little. So might need some help, maybe with that logo, trying to do something so that text can stand out a little bit more. I'm on a really large screen and it's super small. So I would do something about that. Otherwise, it's fine. It's great. So first thing, are you communicating what you offer? Is the first thing we need to look at. So we want to start with the logo. Because it says catering and events, you are already communicating what you offer. However, that's really little. So again, let's make that big, but it does communicate what you offer. You help with catering and events. But if, let's say, someone could not see that, the next place they're going to go is this way. They're going to go look at those images on the, or not images, sorry, the navigation up there. And the first thing that I see on there is Supper Club. So I am under the impression that maybe you provide maybe a meal delivery service to my house, like it's a monthly thing that I get. So it's already kind of unclear what that is, unless that truly is what you do, Supper Club. So, we need some clarity there. Excuse me, off-site catering. So that does help me understand a little bit about what you do. Event space. So do you guys have event spaces that I can rent and use? Weddings. Do you do all weddings? Like, can I hire you to do my wedding or just the food for my wedding? I'm unclear. Gallery, that's fine. I mean, to look at pictures, that's good. And contact, wanted contact there. So right now, I'm a little confused on what you do outside of the logo saying catering and events, but it's super small. And then this statement here, we have a passion for food and creating a dining experience that brings people together. You're already starting with you. We have a passion for food and creating a dining experience. It really needs to be about the people that your customers are bringing together. That's what it needs to be about. So it should say, bring your friends together for a dining experience you'll never forget, right? That's something you will want to say on there. So again, still though, I'm a little unclear what that means when you say we have a passion for food and creating a dining experience that brings people together. I don't quite know what you do. So right now at the start, are you communicating what you offer? It is unclear if you communicate what you offer. Is it clear how your product or service will make your customer's life feel better? I mean, do you see that on this? And unfortunately, not yet, but you're close with this statement here. You're super close to showing me how my life will be better. So we just need to reword that just a tad. We also need to make sure that it's clear that how they should connect with you. How are they going to contact you in order for them to buy your service or hire you? There is not a clear call to action. Our recommendation is a call to action at the very top, a big button that says, request a quote or schedule a meeting or something. But it's a button at the very top right that will give them a clear call to action, what to do. You should also put it right underneath this statement. You can do a call to action there. and or right next to it. You can do a transitional call to action right next to it, like a PDF download, the five tips when searching for the best catering company or something like that, right? But always make sure that you have those main calls to action available. So right now, it's really unclear what you want me to do. So if I figured out what you do and I want to hire you, I don't know how to do that right now. So you want to make sure that that's at the very top. The priority of this homepage is to get people to reach out to you. So we want to make sure that that's obvious through a button, a nice call to action button. Now, one thing I will say is, people don't always read websites, they scan them, right? So if I'm scrolling, which this website doesn't scroll, this is the entirety of the homepage. If I'm scrolling, I'm going to be looking for header text, bigger text. The imagery needs to really stand out. So, right now, there's more text than there are imagery. So like this area of text right here, that's a lot of words. Now I haven't read them yet, but it's a lot of words. Again, you want to make this where it's scannable. Think if I'm on my iPhone and I'm scrolling or I'm looking at it, it needs to be bite-sized pieces of content, no pun intended, bite-sized pieces of content where I can look, read, and move on to the next thing, and where you offer plenty of calls to action. So the next thing is the photos. Those do actually communicate something. Right now, this photo in the back behind this text, it really looks pixelated. It's almost like that image was really small and we tried using it on a big website. And it doesn't really inspire me or help me feel like that I'm going to be with my closest friends. So you may want to do something about that image back there. If this is about creating a dining experience that brings people together, then have a bunch of people eating and laughing, something like that. An image where I can picture myself there, because that's going to help me want to hire you, right? So, and then this picture of the food platter right here, it's not really inspiring, doesn't really draw me in. Again, more lifestyle images would be great across the website. So we do need a little bit of help with that. Again, the call to action is not clear what you want me to do. And as we move down a little bit, you have a couple of call to actions here, press and blog. Here's the thing about those two. Those are about you. And we want to make sure, again, you are the guide. The person hiring you is the hero. They are the ones that are going to bring their family and friends together. They are the ones that are going to create an event that is memorable to those they love or those they respect. You are the guide to help them get there. So if we communicate more about us and less about them, then you then become the hero, and there's never two heroes in one story. So we want to make sure that we refrain. Those press and a blog is fine, but those are obvious calls to action, and most likely you're not going to see a lot of clicks to those. And we want to make sure that this homepage is all about getting someone to hire you. Okay. So there's that. There is no transitional call to action, but you want to offer a free PDF or a video to watch or something that adds value to the person who's on your website. So we want to make sure we do that too. There is no value proposition on this page as well. A value proposition really are 3 or 4 things your customer will get by engaging with you, by hiring with you. It's like, you'll be able to pull off the wedding of your dreams, whatever. But these are value propositions, and usually they're done with logos and additional text underneath it. And you don't have that, but what it really does is it communicates success. I mean, it adds that value. Why is it valuable for me to hire you? Also, there's no plan here. What I mean by plan is, what steps do I need to take? What happens after I schedule a meeting with you or a tasting with you? So you need to kind of help people process this, right? So how does this work? What do I need to do to use or hire you so I can be successful? Basically, at the end of the day, is how do you lead your customer to the promised land? How do you get them there? Okay, so give them 3 steps and make it noticeable on the website. That would be huge for anybody who's, especially as it relates to catering and events, that because it already feels like a lot of steps, but you want to make it simple and give me top 3, right? So that's it. Also, from a cost standpoint, I know it's probably unique to the person who's hiring you. So you don't necessarily need to have pricing on here. You can if you have more of a set style of pricing, but you don't really necessarily need to have that pricing on there. And then the junk drawer, basically what the junk drawer is really what you have. This section right here, this is all the like social media and address. So you did great with the junk drawer. One thing I do want to point out though is right here. Here's your call to action. Your call to action is the last thing people are going to see, but that should be the most obvious. Please call or contact us to schedule a meeting or tasting. Like that should be the most prominent call to action on your homepage because you want people to schedule a meeting or tasting, right? So schedule a meeting. Boom, that's your call to action. Add a value proposition, add a plan, give a clear call to action, provide some resources. James will be able to help you walk through that. I hope this video review was helpful. And if you have any other questions, let us know. Thanks so much.